Hello, Leo. It's Omg Tarot, and this is your How Does My Crush Feel About Me tarot card reading. Alright, we're gonna get right into this deck. Been shuffling for a while. Let's have a little bit more of a shuffle. How does my crush feel about me? How does my crush feel about me? Alright, here we go. Your crush, he putting in the work. She putting in the work. They're putting in the work. They're focused on you. They're very focused. Alright, so they see you as a partner. They see you as a love interest for sure, and they're working on it. They are working on it. I like that. Very introspective, very deeply into you, very deeply wanting to really concentrate and focus. Actually going on a soul searching journey. Like, I feel like, maybe you heal their depression. Because the Eight of Cups is about going off on your own and trying to process what has happened to you and think about it. I feel like they feel this connection because they thought about it and now they're focused. We have 2 8s, and that's like an infinity. That's like an infinity number where there's some type of soulmate type of vibe to it, where it's like, okay, every time we're off and on, it always ends up being you, no matter what I do. There's a cycle that's happening that keeps repeating and leading back to you. We have 7 of Wands. Makes me feel like this is soulmate stuff, because it's like we're at the defensive part of the journey. 8 of Cups is a journey. 7 of Wands is defensiveness, it's dissension. And usually in that twin flame journey, that's what happens. There's a runner, there's a chaser, there's somebody who's awakened and somebody who isn't, and then they run away, and then there's a separation period, and then that defensiveness is there on one part. Alright, so let's see your next card. The Fool, starting a new journey. Okay, great. So I feel like we are talking about a twin flame journey, if you will. I really do. Ooh, sorry, it's so loud. Just want that loudness to pass. Alright, so how does your crush feel about you? Wow, I feel like they're narrowly focused, but they may be doing the work to get to a place where they can present themselves to you. I feel like that's what this 8 of Pentacles is indicating, that there's a lot of work to do, and there's a lot they have to focus on. So I'm wondering if that work has anything to do with actual physical work, like they have to do a project before they can really connect with you or focus on you, or they're just really, really focused on you altogether. They're putting in the work to get to a place where they are appropriate for you, or you know what I mean? Like maybe they're working to save money to buy you something. They're narrowly focused on an action, and doing a great job. Like they're focused on working hard. So then we have the 2 of Cups, where this represents a feeling of mutual connection, feeling of duality, like partnership. A lot of people like to see this because it marks a new relationship. So this person may be working towards that new relationship. I feel like they have some things to resolve, like, their feelings. It's funny because we have a balance of earth and water. And yeah, it gets muddy for sure, but I always feel like that they are a great match together. They give each other qualities that they don't individually have. So when they come together, it's all gushy and muddy and like nice and fun, and romantic even. We do have a lot of water here, so let's say it could be a Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces. It could also be an Aquarius because of the Fool. But I feel like, yeah, there's a lot of action. There's a lot of action for these signs. Like, there normally aren't necessarily about action. The 8 of Pentacles is like, I'm working hard to make you happy. So that's always a positive thing. I think that there's some self-reflection going on. Maybe they don't want to make the same mistakes they did with their ex. Maybe they don't want to, be the same person. They want to prove something to themselves. I feel like there's some level of defensiveness. There's some level of, like, denial, or, it could even be that, like, people don't approve of the relationship, or people don't approve of the journey of the relationship, the history, what it takes to get to this relationship. People might be against. But it's almost like, they're willing to take that risk. They're willing to do it. they're willing to take a leap of faith and do what makes them happy for this connection. I feel like the Seven of Wands is like, I guess there's going to be naysayers, so I wonder what that's more about. I'm like, is that like, what, your family, or who are you defensive with? Are there other people involved that are interested? It, you know, it doesn't feel like, it feels like they're just trying to defend themselves from outside forces. I don't think that is like within the relationship. The Fool is like just the willingness to take a leap of faith. Means that it just makes me feel like there's something to this relationship, that it's not just this easy, let's come together. It's like there's obstacles to overcome with this relationship, and there's hard work, and there's a need for specific focus and dedication to this relationship. Like there's a need for a special effort. All right, and then so here's from the Romance Angels, we have give your relationship a chance, work on your partnership, which, yeah, sure, this is about hard work. This is about that whole journey. It speaks to the journey, and then there's defensiveness action here. So I think that there's a little bit of like reluctance on your end or their end, and there just needs to be a conversation about what the relationship entails, what the reality of it is, not just kind of like drifting into it and hoping for the best. Because I feel like there's actually obstacles, or there's actually things that need to be discussed in this relationship. Give your relationship a chance. I feel like somebody needs a little encouragement. Somebody may be a little defensive or reluctant to move forward, and there may be a legitimate reasoning and a need to take a leap of faith in spite of what it is they're defensive about. So you may want to just have that conversation with them when the timing comes. But like, you know, we can't guarantee people things in relationships, so let's keep it as light and loose as possible. But I feel like, like it's like they're making the effort. They want to make the effort, but they realize that there's a lot to do for this connection, and there's a lot of like stuff they got to work out. But I feel like that doesn't mean that it's like a far off fantasy. It's like they just realize it, and they may be a little rough around the edges in the beginning. They may be a little defensive on some topics, and they may be hesitant to take that leap of faith. But I feel like they will, because they've worked harder. They have experience enough to take this leap of faith, and it's here. I mean, it's here, and they're excited about it. I guess it could even be you that needs to, like, you know, give your relationship a chance, or somebody needs to drop some of their defenses so that this relationship can have a nice little kickstart, nice little pop at the beginning, you know? All right, so there it is. That's your reading. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please give the video a thumbs up. Please subscribe to the channel, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!